You can't deny it. You've had a crush on her since high school. No, that's not enough. You've been in love with her since high school. You've drawn pictures, with written poems, imagined countless lives together. You imagine you are destined to be together, as if tied by fate to be protagonists of a romance that would last forever. And then you asked her out, and she rejected you. Really, she let you down gently, so gently that you remained friends. In time, you pretended to convince yourself that that was the right choice. So for a while, you looked at her from a distance. She had her relationship and you had yours. Though you never got over the idea that everyone else you were dating had something missing. That destiny, that fated perfection. But that was back then, and now it's been 10 years. Both of you are different people, with different ideas, different expectations, different lives. You've kept in touch, yeah, but always and only as friends. Back in the day, the girl you had fallen in love with was the epitome of perfection. Tall but not too tall, thin, only slightly busty, long blonde hair framing a perfect face with wide, innocent blue eyes. Now, well, the woman she had grown into was quite different. She still has those perfect proportions, just scaled up to accommodate at least 100 more kilos. Her lithe figure is now that of a matronly adult woman, with wide hips, firm, round breasts, and just a hint of a double chin. Her eyes, well, those are still pretty as ever, even behind a pair of thick reading glasses. It just so happens that she just got out of a bad relationship and you just broke up with a girlfriend that you realized just a little too late had nothing in common with you. So you and your crush decide to meet for a coffee, to reminisce about old times and vent about your love lives. Even just looking at her, it's clear how she went from a slim teenager to the big, beautiful woman she is today. Her coffee comes with whipped cream, biscuits, chocolate, and syrup, and she barely finishes one before ordering another, something vanilla-flavored this time. So you spend an afternoon retelling anecdotes from high school, university, your lives, your aspirations. It's amazing how easy it is to talk to her. In the end, you agree that you should be seeing each other more often. You make the next move. On the one hand, you really just want to talk with her again, but your most morbid side wants something too. You invite her to an all-you-can-eat buffet. You watch as she starts out taking small portions, barely sampling the menu. But as the evening goes on, as she becomes more and more confident and trusting in you, you see her going back for seconds and thirds and filling a plate with more and more each time. By the end, she can't do much to hide the pot belly that has spontaneously formed around the midsection. Her clothes seem ready to tear, and her expression is somewhere between guilty pleasure and pure bliss. At the end of the dinner, she asks you half-jokingly if this was a date. You shrug and say that if this was a date, you'd love to go on another. The next few dates go just as smoothly. After all, you already know each other so well. You watch the film adapted from what both of you considered your favorite novel. You traveled pretty far to see the concert of that band you both used to like back then. From that to the sex, it was barely a step. There was nothing that needed to be said. Eventually you just found yourself so aroused and ready that it simply happened. In your teenage fantasies she was a shy, virginal icon of purity, so lithe and fragile that she might snap under your arm. The woman you are together now was a grown lady, heavier than you and with quite some experience. You, of course, were more experienced as well, as though every previous girlfriend had been training you for truly pleasing her. The odd thing is, how little your mutual friends even commented, how unsurprised they were. Maybe you think this really is what's always been meant to be. Eventually she catches on to the fact that you like her weight gain. It's not like you've been trying to hide it. At first she's uncertain. She does want to watch her weight, and she knows you'd never force her to eat more than she's comfortable with. But her natural gluttony, paired with your encouragement, steadily piles kilo after kilo on an already massive frame. It turns into a tradition whenever the two of you celebrate something in private, an anniversary, a promotion at work, even just a minor accomplishment. You take her to a new restaurant and let her go wild on the whole menu. And she lets herself go, knowing that there's no need to keep herself restrained for you. It's a perfect, calm winter evening. You're in your living room talking about something inconsequential, a local election, the changing weather or so. And out of nowhere she wonders aloud about having a child. At first your brain castles back onto itself, ready to answer the same thing you said to every other girlfriend you had. No children, ever. Then you come to think that it's her. She's the one. You answer that you're not sure, but you think raising a kid with her would be a wonderful future for you both. She laughs a little and comments on how much both of you have grown since you first met. Patting her enormous, distended belly, you joke that she's at least 4 times the woman she used to be. She hits you with a pillow. And then you wake up.